Democrats and the Democratic governors in these blue states want you to blame your energy crisis on President Trump. It's all President Trump's fault. That's what he wants you to believe. Well, I'm going to try to put a lot of common sense into this. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button. It does not cost you anything. If you're not subscribed, subscribe anyway. And leave a comment too. Love to hear from you. Love to have you on board too. This is William Mean here, 799, by the way. I'm going to try to put a lot of common sense into this. Not many people know that there are 9, I say again, 9 major manufacturer and production companies as of 2026. Major oil companies. Saudi Aramco, ExxonMobil, Chevron, Shell, Total Energies, ConocoPhillips, CNODG, Semipac, and BP. Out of those 9, there are 20 more that these 9 own that do the distributions and stuff like that. And under that 20, there is a whole other set of people involved to get it to your tank or to your heat or to your diesel trucks and your companies. Now, there was an oil embargo. It's owned by OPEC. And the reason why, because there was a glut in the market. When I was pumping gas was like 32, it went up to like 32 cents from like 28, 23, that area there. Then went up to like 32 and 33, but they were trying to get it to go up higher. What OPEC did was very simple. Cut the valve. Shut the valve off a little bit, till it'll trickle. So OPEC could get these prices to go up. Why? Less oil on the market drives costs up. See how that works. Too much oil on the market, too much fuel, so prices go down. Now, but Democrats want you to blame everything on Donald Trump. These blue state governors want you to blame everything on Donald Trump. We're going to get to that too. So in that oil embargo from OPEC, by the way, U.S. President at the time was Richard Nixon. And the oil embargo started in 1973 to 1974 when this oil embargo hit. In October of 1973 is when this whole thing started. This oil crisis, the prices quadrupled. Something will happen today, right? Okay. And that the fuel rationing also began. And then major economic impact. Now, I remember, in fact, I think it went a lot longer than 74. I think it did. I think it went a lot longer than 74. I'm not exactly sure the date, though. The people were complaining. Gas prices were going up. home heating was going up, natural gas was going up, petroleum other products were going up, diesel fuels and these trucking companies was going up, construction was coming to a halt, delivery services were coming to a slowdown. I mean, it was just like a domino effect. But they all were telling the president, you got to do something. Like most presidents, they're going to sit there and, because of the political party, are going to send off a lot of bullshit to make it sound good. What the people failed to understand at that time was he can't do anything. President Nixon couldn't do a damn thing if he tried. Period. Why is that? These 9 companies are privately owned. 3 of them are United States. ExxonMobil is American. Chevron is American. And ConocoPhillips is American. Now, out of those 3 right there, they own all kinds of other companies and other delivery services. All comes down to that point. They are privately owned. They do not, the government has no power over them. Now, when we go to the President Trump situation, he's trying to open up the Strait of Hormuz here to keep this from happening, have an economical downturn. He's trying everything he can. With no help from the other side, all they want to do is badmouth them. Democratic controlled states are going to sit there and also badmouth them. So the fuel does drop a little bit. These blue state governments jack taxes up to keep it high, so they can secretly rake more money in while blaming somebody else. See how that works? Price goes down, state jacks taxes up. Why do they do that? Revenue. Why else do they do that? To hide stuff too. I've seen all this stuff before. Trying to keep the Strait of Hormuz open. Here's the downside to this. People don't realize this. If any one country could hold the world's energy supplies and valuable resources, like Russia was trying to get through Ukraine, because there's oil, natural gas under there, and plus raw minerals, and try to get more they can find, any world government who can control all the world's energy will be unstoppable. Don't need an army, because he'll have the power. Can't make it up. So the situation with President Trump is he can't do anything. These are privately owned companies. The Democrats will try to get you to believe that this is Donald Trump's fault. It's not. See, government does not hold business. They're not allowed to. When government starts owning companies and businesses, now you got a dictatorship. Now you have full-blown communism, like that idiot in New York called Mandami. Like I said before, the President of the United States has no power over these private companies. Those three that I mentioned, we'll mention them again. ExxonMobil, Chevron, and ConocoPhillips have other entities under them which are vast. It's manufacturing, delivery services, distributions, you name it. The president has no power over that. He's trying to do two things here. Keep the Strait of Hormuz open so they don't choke off the world. That's why there's other countries also out there assisting the United States. With social media, will sit there and tell you, oh, no, that's not true. Like I said, when you got social media beating out a bunch of bullshit, along with the Democratic Party, and spread more lies and more bullshit, then what happens is people believe in this stuff. Because they haven't sat down and did their homework. You can research this stuff. There's nothing more the president can do. What he's really trying to do is keep a madman or a regime from obtaining a nuclear device. Period. Now, some say, well, we don't have a missile that reach the United States. He don't need a goddamn missile. Put it in a cargo container, send a ship over here. Nobody knows it's in piled in with other cargo containers, sail into one of your ports. Boom. Because these things are designed a lot differently than our nuclear weapons. These are fourth or fifth generation, which we don't even have. They can build these things quicker than we can. They can send it over here in a commercial aircraft. Obtain a commercial aircraft, change the lettering, change the paint job on it, change the electronics on it, change the identification codes on it, so when it flies from any other country, the radio tower is going to see this aircraft, oh, well, it's from Germany, or it's from Hawaii, or it's from British England, or it's from Ireland, who knows where. And lands right in your freaking backyard. Nothing is full fail safe. Nothing is full fail safe. Only a fool will believe that it can't be done. Don't underestimate these people. You can blame Trump for your energy and your gas tank and your home heating oil and your whatever it is you want to blame him for. This is not his problem here. He can't deal with it because it's private companies. He has no control over them. The only way he can get control over them, and that's declare martial law. Now, under that term, the President of the United States has full power over all energy, full power of food, clothing, and other wood resources, and he has to have full power of natural resources as well. You don't want that. Like I said, the president has no power over this. He's trying to keep them from having a nuclear weapon. So you people in your social media, and you Democrats pumping up a bunch of propaganda lies, you might want to research this a little bit. I'll leave you with this. Democrats had years to deal with this mess, and he did nothing to stop it. Now he has to face it. Till then, keep your friends and family close, and do not be afraid to defend yourselves, and we'll catch you around. You take care.